apparently, it's not even apparent. It's here clear as day. In 2021, he just got caught talking to a minor who was 17 years old. And it's just annoying when shit happen. And shit come up your name every time, bro. I get connected in situations. Come relax, bro.
AMP, it's AMP game night. We playing with the bros. It's gonna be me, Agent, Phantom, Kai, Chris. Alright? So I'm just gonna go ahead and, you feel me? I'm just gonna go ahead and you know what I'm saying?
So I went to him immediately. I said, yo, bro, what the you got going on? What am I hearing right now, bro? As soon as he heard her side of the story, I'm representing her, bro. She's hurt. I went to him. I said her story. Complete shock. I'm telling you my perspective. He was so confused on the things that she said.
Man, at this point, everyone's seen how insane Cenat's run on Twitch has been this year. The numbers don't just talk, they scream. Big moments, non-stop hype, and wild events that flipped the streaming world upside down, especially with things like Streaming University and Mafia TH3. That last one alone, it blew up. It pushed him past 1 million subscribers on Twitch, something nobody had ever pulled off before. That milestone didn't just make history, it totally changed the way people look at what a streamer can really do. And the craziest part? He's doing all of this so early. Every move Kai's made lately has felt unreal to watch live. He didn't grind for decades or crawl his way up slow. He shot straight to the top, adapting to every trend before anyone else even knew what was coming. While others were still trying to figure it out, he was already rewriting the playbook. And let's not forget, this dude is young. Kai's only 23, maybe 24 by the time you're watching this, since his birthday's on December 16th. That's wild when you think about it. Most people his age are still trying to find their path, but Kai's out here breaking records and setting new bars for what live streaming even means.
Hello, everybody. I'm currently on my laptop right now, and I appreciate everybody who's been sending me birthday wishes, as today is my birthday. So I felt like it was the perfect day to be transparent and honest with you guys. A few days ago, I spread awareness on mental health and how important it is to take care of yourself. And honestly, for the past few months, I've been struggling with mental health out of self-doubt and fright of pursuing goals that I really want to achieve. And the reason I've really been in my head is because I just wanted to do more. I've gained to realize that I'm a true creator and I'm very passionate about creating. And I have other goals and things that I just want to achieve and do more of. And I would love to show you guys what I've been working on for the past few months through my more personal page, which is KC3 Hidden. I am going to go private soon on that page, so whoever gets in, but I just want to let you guys know that sometimes it is important to take care of your mental health, and honestly, it's been getting better. It has, but out of frustration and fear, I just been in my head for some reason. I never had this feeling before, but I want it to be known that I truly want to create. And I don't know if I'm getting mature or I'm just looking things at a broad point of view, but I am so passionate about creating in general. And I'm excited to show you guys what's going on.
Even more shocking, he's only been doing this for 4 years, starting all the way back in 2021. 4 years, and he's already changed the whole game. By 2022, Cenat was already running up the scoreboard, grabbing Streamer of the Year awards and turning into a straight-up household name online, even though he didn't snag that same title this time around. His impact in 2025 was way too loud to overlook. The creativity, the massive scale of his ideas, the bold risks, it all showed at the 2025 Streamer Awards. And don't get it twisted, he still walked out with a serious lineup of wins. He took home Best Stream Marathon, Best Just Chatting Streamer, Best Streamed Event, and Best Stream Collaboration. But honestly, the biggest moment of the night wasn't about the trophies or the jokes tossed his way. It was him. Kai's whole energy felt different. That night marked his first live appearance since Mafia TH3 wrapped up 3 months earlier in September, and you could tell something had shifted. Each speech showed more calm, more patience, and a level of maturity that surprised everyone who'd been watching his grind.
So I felt like it was the perfect day to be transparent and honest with you guys. A few days ago, I spread awareness on mental health and how important it is to take care of yourself. And honestly, for the past few months, I've been struggling with mental health out of self-doubt and fright of pursuing goals that I really want to achieve. And the reason I've really been in my head is because I just wanted to do more.
He wasn't just the energetic guy we'd seen on stream. There was depth this time. During his speeches, Kai opened up more than anyone expected. He spoke about the mental and emotional struggles he's faced since stepping away from streaming, and how that break forced him to face things he'd usually drown out by going live every day. He even shared that anime became his escape during that time, not just for fun, but as something that helped him slow down, reflect, and rebuild his mindset. What a real and raw side to see from him. He talked about finding a way to feel grounded again when things got heavy behind the scenes.
If you was to tell me that I'll be winning this back-to-back years in a row, a few years ago, I would have laughed and not even believed you, man. But from the subathon to AMP blowing up our house together to Japan, this year has been crazy, and I want to go ahead and thank God first, okay? I want to go ahead and thank my team, Brianna, Chris, AMP, everybody who support me. And yeah, like, I want y'all to understand that God is real. Without God, there is no us. I'm telling you.
Kai didn't shy away from the truth. He made it clear he's learning how to balance real life with all that success. But what really caught people off guard was when he started touching on his future plans. And they don't all revolve around streaming anymore. You can tell he still loves the platform that built him, but he's not trying to stay boxed into one lane forever. For anyone who's been following Kai from early on, none of this is a surprise. He's been hinting at bigger goals outside of pure content creation for years. Even when he was grinding daily streams, one topic that always had people talking was his fashion. Kai constantly gets roasted online for his fits. People either clown his old outfits or say things like, "He gotta have a stylist behind every look." That kind of talk has been around forever, so him stepping into fashion design or the clothing industry actually fits his story perfectly.
I just noticed that recently I just been going through things in my head, and I was able to, turn to like anime, Death Note, Naruto, recently since I've been gone, and I just been able to, find happiness within that. I don't usually do this, but I feel like at this event right now is the right time to say the things on my mind, and that's, for the past year, I've had dreams besides streaming to achieve and to pursue, and they're big, big dreams. I have dreams one day to become a fashion designer and start my own clothing brand. I have dreams to not only act, but direct and write my own short film and movies. And I'm 100% gonna indulge myself in that while enjoying the place that started all this, which is streaming.
Whether people love his style or can't stand it, they always talk about it. And in that world, attention is everything. Every comment, every debate about his drip keeps his name spinning in the conversation. And it's not just fashion. Kai's got his eyes on entertainment and acting too. Throughout his whole streaming career, he's said more than once that he wants to move into show business eventually. Acting's always been part of the plan, not some random new dream. And let's be real, with his energy, charisma, and audience, he's already halfway there. Kai's already built the connections, visibility, and fan power to make that next big leap whenever he's ready. He's not just dreaming about Hollywood, he's already dipping his toes in. He even appeared in a short film with Jules and Kevin Hart, something that quietly slipped under the radar for most people. But come on, working next to Kevin Hart, that's a major move, even if the internet didn't fully catch it. But as smooth and mature as Kai's speeches sounded that night, the 2025 Streamer Awards weren't exactly drama-free. The chaos didn't hit Kai directly, but it definitely circled around the people closest to him. And when the internet started buzzing, everyone's attention went straight to the Clover Boys, whose problems have been stacking up fast. Now people are asking the real question, how much of that mess could fall back on Kai?
Streaming University is the reason why I'm even at this event right now. This was one of the most life-changing moments that I've ever experienced, and out of everything I've ever done, I'm so proud of this right here. And at first, when I introduced the idea of Streaming University, A lot of people didn't understand it at first. A lot of people didn't get the vision. And I believe that the reason why it really worked was because I believed in it before anybody else did. And I noticed that us as big creators, when we help, it does a lot for everybody. I understand people at home uploading and trying their hardest, and I know how it feels to not get anywhere. So I try to do anything in my power to try to help those who can succeed in things that they love to do. I look around and I don't just see content creators. I see people who love to create and authentically be themselves.
Remember, Kai's been completely off the grid for about 3 months now. Ever since that unforgettable LeBron James moment when he chopped off his hair and wrapped up Mafia TH3, he's basically vanished from the spotlight. No live streams, no chaotic clips, just a few short pre-recorded videos here and there. For someone who's usually everywhere online, that silence hit different. But it wasn't random, it was intentional. After years of non-stop streaming and constant pressure, he finally gave himself the break he earned. During this downtime, he's been laying low, traveling, and just living life on his own terms, spending real time with his girlfriend and enjoying peace for once. It's a whole new chapter for him, and people can't wait to see what comes next. Doing things he never really had time for when he was live every single day. No schedules, no chat, spamming, no expectations to perform, just living and recharging off camera. That's why the Streamer Awards ended up being such a big moment. For a lot of people, it was the first real chance to see Kai again, speak to him in person, and catch his energy after being gone that long. And according to people who actually know him, the difference was noticeable. Multiple folks said that when they talked to Kai during and after the awards, he felt calmer, more grounded, and way more mature than before. Not rushed, not loud, not chasing moments, just steady. That's a big shift from the Kai everyone was used to seeing, right before he went on hiatus. So when you put all of that together, it's pretty clear why drama is probably the last thing on his mind right now. He doesn't want his name tied to messy situations or wild allegations connected to people around him, especially when he spent his entire career trying to stay clear of serious problems and unnecessary controversy. From Kai's point of view, why would he jump back into the chaos right now? After finally finding some peace, it wouldn't make sense to hop on stream just to have the chat blow up with non-stop talk about the TLO situation, the ARI situation, the race situation, or whatever new drama pops off that day. Why bring that noise back into his world when he's clearly been working on himself and showing real growth? Coming back in the middle of all that would feel like taking 2 steps back instead of moving forward. So the smarter play, just wait it out. Let the noise fade, let the internet find its next obsession, and then slide back in quietly when the air is finally clear. That way, he can return on his own terms, without being instantly dragged into chaos that doesn't even involve him directly. When you look at Kai's whole career, the pattern's pretty obvious. Almost every time his name got pulled into controversy, it wasn't about something he actually did. It was always tied to someone in his circle. A friend caught in allegations, a friend acting reckless, or someone close getting into a situation that spun out of control.
I swear to God, chat, after the Mafia Thon, and let me tell you something about Kai. After the Mafia Thon, this is the least I've ever seen Kai, right? And I'm gonna be honest, Kai is he's a totally different person. Like when Kai came into, and when he came into the award, he's posed, he's calm, you feel what I'm saying? He just, it's like he got tunnel vision, you feel what I'm saying? He has a goal, he's working on clothes, and he's blocking out all the noise, you feel what I'm saying? But Kai was just so happy to see his friends again. He was so happy to see all the other creators again. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he was coming to have a good time. You feel what I'm saying? And he has grown so much. Like, I'm super proud of Kai. Like, we had a long-ass talk yesterday and right after awards.
Kai, that right there is a different one that I know from Mafia-thon 1 and 2. So, bro, it's crazy to see his growth, bro. And I really see him like, bro, your frequency is different, bro. Like, you're kind of like, I'm kind of scared. I don't know what you got planned. I don't know what you thinking, but I'm kind of scared. But I think he's way more in tune with himself. You know, he's way more in tune with himself. He knows what he wants, and he's not here to play. He's not here to play. And I'm glad to see that.
And just because they were linked to Kai, boom, his name got tossed into the drama too. The wild part? Most people never even cared to check the details. They saw the headlines, made assumptions, and moved on like he was guilty by association. It's exactly the kind of thing he's trying to stay far away from now. And honestly, who could blame him? Whenever someone in Kai's circle got into trouble, people instantly labeled him guilty by association. That was the mindset, and this was back when he was still on the rise. Sure, he was already a big creator back then, but now, it's a whole different game. At this point, Kai's basically the face of streaming, the one everyone watches, which means everything around him gets blown up huge. Every move he makes, every friendship he has, every tiny rumor, it all turns into a headline overnight. So it's no surprise that whenever someone close to him slips up or does something questionable, the internet instantly looks to Kai for answers. They want him to react, to pick a side, to drop a statement that'll stir things up even more. But honestly, that's probably exactly what he's trying to avoid right now. Sometimes staying quiet is the smartest power move, especially when speaking out doesn't actually fix a thing. He's been around long enough to know that no matter what he says, someone's gonna twist it. So instead of jumping into that fire, he's choosing silence. And it's working in his favor. With all that going on, it's almost certain that Kai won't make his big return until all this noise finally dies down. The timing just doesn't make sense right now. And word is, he was planning to come back sooner. There were a few streams he was supposed to appear in, but he pulled back, most likely because of everything wild happening around him. A perfect example of this played out during that recent AMP game night. Everyone from the crew went live, turning up on Fortnite for a sponsored event. But when the stream kicked off, Kai was nowhere to be found. According to Duke, Kai was supposed to be there too, but his absence said everything without him having to say a single word. That quiet move spoke volumes. At this point, it's not about Kai refusing to come back. It feels way more like a calculated pause. With all the wild stuff going on around his circle right now, laying low might just be the smartest play he could make. Staying offline keeps him clear from drama he didn't even cause in the first place. Why walk straight into a storm when you can wait it out and return on your own terms? That's strategy, not avoidance. So yeah, it's looking pretty likely that Kai won't return until everything around him cools off and disappears from the timeline. Jumping back too early would only mean dodging non-stop chat spam, answering the same messy questions, or getting dragged into problems that have nothing to do with him. Taking his time protects not only his peace of mind, but also his brand. There's even talk that we might not see him pop out again until the start of the new year. Maybe he'll make a quick comeback with a fun holiday stream or a short Christmas marathon. But even that's up in the air right now. A lot of fans expected him to go live for his birthday like he always does. But as of now, that comeback moment still hasn't happened. Everyone's just waiting to see when Kai decides it's finally time to flip that live switch again. No birthday stream, no announcement, no surprise pop-up, nothing. Now sure, Kai could easily go live right after this video drops and flip the whole story on its head. That's always possible. But right now, the silence feels way too intentional. And honestly, that might be the best move for him, especially since the people closest to the situation haven't gone live either. There's still too much mystery floating around, too many questions, loose ends, and wild guesses all over the internet. So for now, it's just a waiting game. Maybe Kai shows up before the year wraps up, or maybe he decides to stay quiet a little longer. Either way, the world's watching closely. Nothing's set in stone yet, and everything else at this point is just pure speculation. But now I've got to ask, what do you think about all this? Do you think Kai actually planned to make a comeback sooner but decided to stay out of the spotlight because of all the chaos around him? Or was this break always meant to last longer from the start? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to see what you think. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what happens next. Things are only getting more interesting from here.